Let's bring in former Air Force Major Mike Almy. He was discharged under Don't Ask, Don't Tell after another officer outed him. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me today.
So let me ask you, how did you feel seeing the president today sign this into law? A long time coming, but many thought that this day would not make it soon enough.
Unbelievable. I was certainly starting to have my doubts as the calendar started to tick away in the lame duck session. We were just simply running out of time. But the president was true to his word with a bipartisan, Republicans and Democrats in Congress got this through, and it was just absolutely amazing watching this historic day. I got to shake the president's hand and thank him for getting this done. Just a tremendous moment in American history.
And we know that there are still lawmakers, Senator McCain and others, who remain opposed to the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, who worry what will happen as we move forward. Are you confident, perhaps I should say just as African-American men were when they went and integrated the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, like my father in the Army at the time, are you confident that eventually people will see each other just for people, and you've got my back, as the president said, and I've got yours?
The most important thing is how you do your job, and we saw that today and reflected in the president's remarks. The men and women that I served with in the military, in combat in Iraq, they didn't care who you loved or where you spent your time on the weekends. They cared that you got your job done, you performed your duties well, you were professional, you got the mission accomplished, and that's all that matters. One of the beautiful things about the military is it has a strong, diverse background. We bring men and women from all different walks of life, different genders, different races, different religions, different countries of origin. This is simply no different. Gays and lesbians are already serving in the military today, some of them openly, and this really just won't be an issue. The young men and women in the military today have far more important things to do, like whether their families back home are going to be taken care of, whether they're going to spend another Christmas deployed away from home. This just simply does not register on their list of concerns.
Let me ask you, a lot of people, Mike, have been wondering about people who were discharged, such as yourself. Will you attempt to go back into the armed services, or what will happen to the many who still desire to be a part of those who protect our country?
The Air Force is part of my blood. My father retired from the Air Force. I dedicated my entire adult life to this. I have every intention of resuming my career as an officer and a leader in the Air Force. Right now, we need role models. We need positive role models, men and women, gay and straight, serving in our armed forces. And I think once this is finally fully repealed, we'll see that this is just such a non-issue. You know, now the gays and lesbians that are serving now today, the estimated 66,000 that are wearing the uniform to defend our nation today, I call on them to be role models right now, just to show that they are professionals, they are leaders, officer and enlisted alike. That's what this is all about. It doesn't matter what you do in your private, at home, who you love. It matters that you get your job done. And right now, the military can lead our country in showing that gays and lesbians are as equally patriotic, as equally heroic as their straight counterparts serving in the military.
Well, we certainly appreciate your time, and thank you for your service. And if you go back in, thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on this historic day.
Yes, it is.